Welcome to another subject of empowerment technologies. Again, I'm your teacher, Shalami W. Pareha. For this week empowerment technology, let's talk about cybercrime. So, what is cybercrime? So, when we say cybercrime, it refers to any crime that involves a computer, a mobile, and a network. So the computer may have been used in the commission of a crime, or maybe it will be the main target. Also, cybercrime is an illegal activity committed on the internet. There are different types of cybercrime. Cyberspace is the electronic medium of computer networks in which online communication takes place. So there are three. So the first one is those against person, the second one is against business and non-business organization, and the last one is crime targeting the government. So here are the different types of cybercrime. Again, when we say cybercrime, there are the illegal activity committed over the internet. So the first one is computer as a tool. So when the individual is the main target of the crime, the computer can be considered as a tool rather than a target. So these crimes are not done by technical experts. Usually, the examples of computer as a tool for cybercrime are the following. It can be spam, cyber stalking, or cyber theft, and other examples. The next one is computer as a target. So these crimes are committed by selected group of people with technical knowledge. These have a destruction of information in the computer by spreading values. So it can be defacement, wherein they're going to attack the website or web browser and then change the overall interface of that website. And also, it can be cyber terrorism. The next type of cybercrime can be computer as an instrumentality. So the crime is committed by manipulating the contents of the computer system. So with the advent of computer, the criminals have started using the technology as an aid for its perpetuation. So example of this are the drug trafficking and money laundering. Crime associated with the prevalence of computers. So we have here copyright violation, wherein material are copied from sources that are not public domain or compatibility license without the permission of the copyright holder. Also, copyright violation causes legal actions. So there are different cybercrime variants. So hacking is a crime which entails cracking system and gaining unauthorized access to the data stored in them. So cyber squatting is the act of registering a famous domain name and then selling it for fortune. So it can also be phishing, which is acquiring the information such as username, password, credit card detail by disguising as a trustworthy entities. Also, sale of illegal articles including selling of narcotic drugs, weapons, wildlife, and others to terrorists. Also, we have email bombing, which refers to the sending a large amount of emails to the victim, resulting in crashing of victim's email account or mail services. Also, we have data deeding, is a kind of attack which involves altering of raw data just before it is received by computer and then changing it back after the processing is complete. So intellectual property crimes include software privacy, copyright infringements, trademark violations, and the others. So the type of information contained in electronic form, which includes information stored in a computer hard disk, removable storage media drives, and the others. So These are the examples. So we have here cyber defamation, cyber stalking, logic bombs, salami attacks, cyber terrorism, and keyloggers. So with all of this that we have already discussed, let's talk about how to combat or to fight this kind of cyber crimes. So, combating cyber crimes. So, how were we able to protect ourselves or also our family, our loved ones with these cyber crimes? So, we have here the following. The first one is network security. So, before a hacker can get through the unauthorized target files, the hacker has to get through several security measures like firewalls, security connections, passwords, anti-malwares, and data encryptions. So, the second one is investigation. URL tracking and logging are used by website to track your unique IP addresses. So, this can be used by investigators to track or trace the hackers. Penalties. So, number 3, penalties. More and more laws are being created and implemented today. So, the penalties include both a fine and imprisonment. So the fourth one is the use of antivirus software and firewalls. And also, aside from using them, you also have to keep them up to date. Number 5, keep your operating system up to date, also with critical security updates and patches. Then number 6, do not open emails or attachments from unknown sources. Other tips on how to combat or fight for cybercrimes are the following. Use hard to guess password. Do not use password found on a dictionary. Remember that there is a password cracking tool exists. Also, as I can suggest, use an alphanumeric and capital letters and also numbers, combinations, and symbols to your passwords. So number 8, we have here, backup your computer data. Number 9, do not share access to your computers with strangers. And if you have a Wi-Fi network, password to protect it. Then disconnect from the internet when not in use. And lastly, reevaluate your security on a regular basis. So, let's proceed with our learning activity worksheets or law. So for this week, our activity 1 is a multiple choice type of test which is 10 points. So again, read each item carefully and choose the best answer. The next activity is discussion. This is a 10 points activity. So answer the following questions in your preferred language. So it can be in English or in Tagalog. So more than 100 words each for each question. So there are 2 questions here. So also cite relevant examples to support your answers and use additional paper if needed. So there are 2 questions. So the first question is, if you're going to create a page for social change about COVID-19, how will you influence your viewers to stop this pandemic? And number 2, look for a site in the internet that inform people about these relevant issues and discuss your point of view about this. So you can just choose about these 3 suggested topics. The first one is West Philippine Sea, NPA insurgency, and then the community pantry. So for activity 3, this is an activity wherein you have to create your social media page. So direction, start building your social change page initially created in week 6. So in week 6, we already draft what our social media page will be or look like depending on what kind of social change your topic is all about. So start building your social change page. So you can use HTML, MS Word, WordPress, or any building web apps or software, and also send your screenshot to your landing page and pass it to your teacher. So you can upload your answers to our Google Classroom. So if you have any more comments, suggestions, or clarifications on how we can improve our lesson, please do not hesitate to send me an email, an SMS to my number, my Facebook account, and also my MS Teams account. Always remember to stay safe and happy learning.